Well, howdy, howdy. This is cubbypotamus, and it's a great day because we are looking at new pots. Yes, I'm very grumpy today and a bit of a rush. Okay, now, in the past, I used to dream that I would find someone special, and that they would love me, and that would just kind of solve all of my problems, right? You know, that I wanted to find love, and that was the answer, just finding someone to love me, or I guess to love, too. But there's kind of a problem with that, right? One of the big cubbypotamus things is that you find love in loving, and not in being loved. And that's a very big thing, right? I'll tell you why. I guess the thing about love is that, you can't access it in other people, right? You can't feel what they are feeling for you, right? And in that way, you can never even be 100% sure if they do love you. You just have degrees of confidence. But there's a big problem with finding love in being loved. It's that, it puts you at kind of their mercy to meet your needs, right? And that the love that you have is contingent on someone else, right? And it's their whim, right? And you have to do things to get that love from them, and to be lovable or whatever, and make them love you. And that's a poor way to meet your own needs, when your own needs are contingent on someone else, right? You see what I'm saying? Number one, you can't really tell know exactly what they feel in their heart for you. And number two, it puts you in a place of dependency on them to meet your greatest needs. Your need for love. And so many of us have, I think spent our whole life just looking for love. I know I have, my whole life, and just not finding it, right? And it hurts because you get rejected, and it's just devastating, and it makes you feel worthless and unlovable when they don't love you back. It's a position of weakness. But what if you change the way that you see love? What if there's a better way? And what if, like I said, you find love in loving? See, that changes everything. I guess, well, number one, because, you getting love and finding love isn't contingent on anyone but yourself. Right? It's not on their whim, it's not about them. And in that, you're kind of free, because if it doesn't matter, if it's not about them loving you back, then, it's simply about what you can do and what you can give, And that all comes down to you. You see the strength in that? Right? If you're not contingent on them, it makes you strong. There's a tremendous power in that love when, it's not about getting loved back, it's about the love that you have, right? And when you find love in that, when you find that thing that you've always been looking for, and you can find it coming out of yourself, well, that makes you free. right? It makes you free. It makes you free from their opinion of you. It makes you free from the results of giving your love. You know, it makes you free to love, right? Because it's not about what you get back, If it's about what you get back, then, you hold back, right? Because if you love this person, it's going to hurt, because they aren't going to love you back. But when you can stop caring about that, right, and you can just focus on being in the real world and connecting with them in real time and feeling real love for them, that changes everything. It changes everything. It makes you free to love, right? And since you're looking for love and you are finding love in the loving, that makes love the reward in and of itself, right? And that becomes the motivation to love, the way that you feel about them, and it ceases to be about them, and it makes you powerful. It makes you so powerful, And the whole paradox of it, the whole thing is that when you can let go, and when you can experience love, when you are loving, and that you want love, and that you experience that love that you want in the loving, I guess the thing is that people love you back. Right? When it is focused on you just loving them, then you are giving them, I guess kind of love as well, And, you might not be focused on getting love, but doesn't mean that they don't like that. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't reflect back on you. When you see love like that, and love people like that, they love you back. When you stop trying to make them love you, and you focus on just loving them in real time, they will love you back. They will become addicted to you, in a way, kind of, because you just make them feel so good. And you make them feel special and desirable and lovable. And all of those things that you were looking for, that you wanted to get from other people, you are giving that to them. Right? And it is powerful, and it makes you strong, and it makes you love more and more. Right? It makes you free. Now this was Cubbypotamus, and maybe I'll see you around sometime.